When one member of the family has a substance use disorder, the entire family is affected. That is why, in this lesson, we'll work to recognize the roles and behavior patterns that family members can fall into. Understanding family dynamics can help everyone get support sooner. Regardless of whether you're a single parent, in a partnership, co-parenting, or caretaking with other members of your family, everybody wants things to get better. But it's hard to know what to do, or perhaps more importantly, what not to do. So first, let's try to understand what's going on at home. It might help to think of your family as a car. The parents or caregivers are the front tires. Ideally, they work as a cooperative team to steer the car. The children are the back tires, following the parents' lead and trusting that they'll keep the family on track. However, when substance use is an issue, the parenting team often divides into two different roles, that of the enabler and the distancer. Both the enabler and the distancer believe they're helping the situation, but in fact they're canceling each other out. The enabler tries to help by protecting the person with addiction from the most severe and immediate negative consequences of their mistakes. They may try to do this by covering up or making excuses for the drug use, or even by giving money to the substance user to buy drugs. Unfortunately, this approach, like substance use itself, provides a short-term solution, but obviously makes things worse in the long run. On the other hand, the distancer uses one of two approaches to protect the family from the pain of what's happening. One approach is to minimize the extent of the problem in an effort to turn down the tension in the home. As a result, they may appear like they're not even taking it seriously. Alternatively, the distancer might look like the mean, controlling parent who responds to substance use by imposing harsh consequences on their kid. Both the enabler and the distancer want to be good parents, but neither of these caretaking roles is effective and only adds additional strain to an already stressful situation. Take a moment to reflect. Are you finding yourself playing one of these roles, the enabler or the distancer? When parents take on these roles, there's no alignment. They're set up for conflict, and the family's distracted from helping the kid with substance use disorder. The parents' misalignment creates further tension in the family. When parents are still married, it can cause a rift in the relationship. It also sets the stage for the substance use disorder to progress even further. Think of it this way. The two front tires are now going in different directions. This tension pulls the car off course and paradoxically can put the child with substance use disorder in control. Suddenly, one back tire is steering the rest of the car, even as they try to go in other directions. This is the kind of chaos where addiction thrives. And again, everyone in the family is impacted, not just the parents. In these situations, other kids in the family may start adjusting their own behavior to cope. Unfortunately, the roles they take on can further exacerbate the destructive family dynamic. The siblings of a child with substance use disorder often experience a mix of emotions. They may feel deep caring because they don't want anything bad to happen to their sibling, but also harbor resentment because that sibling is getting all of the attention. Even if a sibling is being a so-called good kid, they may have struggles of their own that no one is paying attention to because everyone is preoccupied with the kid with the substance use disorder. In fact, the caregivers are often relieved and grateful that the good kid is not contributing to the turmoil. But the good kid isn't the only role siblings might fall into. They might wind up taking on one of the stereotypical roles that also contribute to the chaos. These are the hero, the scapegoat, the lone child, and the mascot, or the clown. Knowing each child's role can help you find a path to recovery for each member of the family. Again, the important thing to acknowledge is that everyone in the family, not just the child with the substance use disorder, is reacting to the stress of experiencing their own life going off the road. Every member of the family needs to get on a healing path to build healthier patterns of behavior. This is a family problem. You need to address it as a family. So how do you do that? It starts with you. Make a decision to get outside help to end the chaos. You need guidance to help change the family dynamic and break the pattern. Focus on your own behavior first. Recognize that there's a lack of alignment between you and your partner. Work to become a caregiving team and come together as a family. But if your partner isn't willing to join you, know that you need to take the first step. One person can make the difference. Likewise, you don't need to wait for your child to come to you. Don't wait until they, quote, hit bottom to start. Since you're here, you've already started. You've identified the problem. You can do something right now to change it. You can take action, and there are many professionals who can help you get back in control. Remember, no one has to go through this alone, and no one should.